dear friend. In every video, we will guide you into a calm, meditative state through gentle storytelling. As you listen, simply relax, breathe slowly, and let these words carry you toward peace and wisdom. Have you ever sat in the stillness of night and felt a quiet fear whisper? Am I slowly fading? Am I being left behind by life itself? Many in their 70s or 80s know this question, but rarely say it aloud. It lingers like a shadow. The fear of being forgotten, the regret of paths not taken, the heaviness of memories that cannot be changed. But take a deep breath with me now and let it go slowly. What feels like fading may actually be ripening. What feels like weakness may actually be the Spirit's way of teaching you to pause and listen more deeply. In this video, I will share with you 7 spiritual lessons only age can teach after 70, and how they can bring peace, wisdom, and dignity to your days. Research from the University of Chicago found that nearly 7 in 10 seniors report experiencing a deeper sense of spirituality after 70, describing it as a source of strength and calm. This means your later years are not about decline, but about awakening. By the end of this journey, you will not only hear these truths, but feel them, settling into your heart like gentle rain upon thirsty soil. So please, like this video, leave a comment if it touches you, and stay with me until the end. Now, close your eyes if you wish, take another slow breath, and imagine we are stepping together into a quiet path of wisdom. Let us begin with the first lesson. Lesson 1. Letting go is not losing, it's gaining freedom. Take a slow breath, let your shoulders soften, and imagine your hands clutching 2 heavy stones. Each stone is a regret, words unspoken, opportunities missed, mistakes long past. Now, in your mind, set 1 stone gently on the ground. Feel the weight release. That is the power of letting go. From a scientific view, psychologists describe this as emotional release. Studies published by the American Psychological Association show that seniors who practice forgiveness and acceptance experience lower stress, improved sleep, and even healthier hearts. The body heals when the spirit no longer clings. After 70, letting go becomes even more essential. Why? Because the road ahead is shorter, and what you carry matters more than ever. To cling to anger, guilt, or bitterness is to drain the energy you need for joy. Yet many elders quietly suffer from the heavy thought, I should have done more, or I will never fix what I broke. I once knew Margaret, 79 years old, who carried guilt over a broken friendship that lasted nearly 3 decades. One evening, she whispered a prayer, I release you. The next day, she told me it felt as though invisible chains had dissolved. That night, she slept peacefully for the first time in years. Letting go is not losing. It is gaining freedom. It is not weakness. It is liberation. Your soul is not fading. It is finally unburdened. So I ask you, dear friend, what stone are you still carrying? And are you ready to set it down? Take another deep breath with me, and let us walk together into the next lesson. Lesson 2. Silence holds more power than words. Close your eyes for a moment and listen, not to my voice, but to the silence beneath it. Do you notice how silence itself has a texture like a soft blanket wrapping around your mind? Silence is not emptiness. It is medicine. Science tells us that even brief moments of quiet have profound effects on the brain. A study in the journal Brain, Structure and Function found that just 2 minutes of complete silence each day can generate new cells in the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory and learning. Silence, in other words, allows the brain to restore itself. For those of us after 70, this matters deeply. Our days may feel quieter than they once were. Children grown, work ended, friends passed on. Some seniors fear silence, thinking it is a sign of loneliness. But in truth, silence is not a thief. It is a teacher. It teaches us to listen inwardly, to hear the gentle whisper of the soul. I remember Harold, 80 years old, who once told me, "I used to hate the silence of my empty house, but then I learned to sit with it, to breathe into it. Now silence is my prayer." He found peace not by filling every moment with noise, but by allowing stillness to become his companion. So let me remind you, your soul is not fading in silence. It is deepening. This is not decline. It is the quiet flowering of wisdom. Tell me, dear friend, do you welcome silence into your life, or do you resist it? Take another calm breath with me, and let's continue our journey to the next lesson. Lesson 3. Weakness teaches compassion. Place your hand gently over your heart. Close your eyes if you wish, and feel the steady rhythm within you. Even if your body feels weaker than before, notice this truth. Your heart is still offering life, moment by moment. Weakness is not just loss. It is a new doorway into compassion. From a scientific perspective, researchers have observed that as people age and their physical strength declines, their social emotional brain regions become more active. Studies in social gerontology reveal that older adults consistently show higher levels of empathy and compassion compared to younger groups, even when dealing with pain or illness. In weakness, the spirit learns softness. Why does this matter so much after 70? Because aging often brings limits, slower steps, aching joints, more dependence on others. These can feel humiliating, yet they also awaken understanding. A man who once never asked for help now recognizes the quiet courage and vulnerability. A woman who once pushed through everything now knows the sacred power of a gentle word. I recall Mr. Lewis, 82 years old, who after a stroke could no longer dress himself without assistance. At first, he was ashamed, but over time, he told me, needing help taught me to finally see the helpers. He began thanking every nurse, every family member, every neighbor. He discovered compassion not as an idea, but as a daily breath. So, dear friend, do not see your weakness as a curse. See it as the soil where compassion grows. Your spirit is not diminished by frailty. It is expanded by love. Now, take another slow breath. Release it softly, and let us continue our walk into the next lesson together. Lesson 4. Slowness is a sacred teacher. Take a deep, gentle breath and slow it down. Feel how your body softens when you move at half the speed. Slowness is not weakness. Slowness is a teacher, one that whispers truths we could not hear when life was rushing by. Science supports this wisdom. Harvard researchers found that older adults who practice mindfulness and slow-paced breathing improve cognitive function by up to 23%, showing that a slower rhythm gives the brain space to renew itself. Slowness restores balance. After 70, life itself begins to slow. The steps take longer, the mornings stretch wider, and the days hold more stillness. Some find this frustrating, remembering the quickness of youth. But what if slowness is not stealing from you? What if it is gifting you a deeper way to live? In slowness, you notice the song of birds, the warmth of tea in your hands, the softness of a grandchild's voice. I once spoke with Eleanor, 76 years old, who used to feel impatient with her slower body. Then she began walking each morning, deliberately at half her old pace. She told me, "At first I thought I was falling behind, but then I realized I was finally catching up to life." So let this truth settle into your heart. Moving slowly is not falling behind, it is arriving fully. This is not decline, it is the sacred flowering of presence. Tell me, dear friend, when was the last time you allowed yourself to truly slow down and savor the moment? Take another calming breath. Feel your body relax. And join me now as we step into the next lesson of wisdom. Lesson 5. Memory. Fading opens the door to presence. Close your eyes if you wish. Take a slow breath and imagine placing a single leaf on a gentle stream. Watch it float away, not to be retrieved, but to be released. This is how memory sometimes feels as we age. Moments drifting away. It can be frightening, even painful. But what if fading memory is not only loss, but also an opening into presence? Science gives us an unexpected comfort. Studies on Alzheimer's and dementia care reveal that music therapy and mindfulness can improve mood and reduce anxiety by over 40%, even when memory itself cannot be restored. This shows us that presence, the here and now, is often more healing than clinging to what is gone. After 70, forgetting becomes more common. Names slip, dates blur, stories repeat. Many feel shame, as though memory loss means worthlessness. Yet what if this is simply life inviting you to dwell in the present? To savor the aroma of soup simmering, to feel the sun on your face, to enjoy laughter without worrying about tomorrow. I once met Samuel, 81 years old, who struggled with memory lapses. His granddaughter would sing an old song with him every evening. He could not always recall the verses, but he remembered the joy. "I may forget many things," he told me, "but I will not forget love." So, dear friend, let me reassure you. Your soul is not fading with memory. It is awakening to presence. This is not decline. It is arrival. Take another slow breath, smile gently if you wish, and let us continue together into the next lesson. Lesson 6. The body weakens, but the spirit ripens. Take a gentle breath, and as you exhale, imagine a piece of fruit hanging on a branch. With time, the skin may wrinkle, but inside, the the sweetness grows richer. This is the story of your spirit. Even as the body weakens, the soul ripens. Science reflects this truth. Surveys from Pew Research show that nearly 70% of adults over 70 report a deeper sense of spirituality than in their earlier years, describing it as a source of resilience and meaning. While muscles and bones may grow frail, the spirit itself often expands with grace. After 70, physical decline is undeniable. Slower recovery, less stamina, more health concerns. Yet these limits invite a shift from what the body can do to what the spirit can become. Weakness turns attention inward, revealing strength that cannot be measured by steps or lifted weights. I think of Daniel, 85 years old, confined to his bed after years of illness. He could no longer travel, no longer walk the garden paths he once loved. But each morning, he prayed for his children, his neighbors, even strangers. "I may not stand on my legs," he said, "but I still stand in faith." His body diminished, but his spirit became a lighthouse for those around him. So let me remind you gently, your worth is not measured by what your body can do, but by the love and wisdom your spirit continues to offer. The weakening of the body is not the end. It is the ripening of the soul. Now, breathe softly with me, and let us step into the final lesson together. Lesson 7. Gratitude turns old age into gold. Take a deep breath. Place your hand gently over your heart and whisper the words, "Thank you." Notice how even a small moment of gratitude softens the mind and warms the spirit. Gratitude is not only a feeling, it is a golden lens that transforms how we see old age. Science confirms its power. Researchers studying older adults found that keeping a simple gratitude journal for just 8 weeks reduced symptoms of depression by nearly 40% and increased life satisfaction. Gratitude literally reshapes the brain toward joy, no matter the age. Why is this lesson especially vital after 70? Because the later years often bring loss. Friends who have passed, roles we no longer hold, abilities we once took for granted. Without gratitude, the heart sees only what has been taken. But with gratitude, the same heart discovers what still shines. The warmth of morning sunlight, the laughter of a neighbor, the gift of simply being alive today. I remember Anna, 78 years old, who began each morning writing down 3 small blessings. One day, she wrote, "My morning tea, the sound of birds, the fact that I can still smile." Over time, her sadness faded. She told me, "I thought my life was ending, but gratitude showed me it was still overflowing." So, dear friend, do not let old age be painted only in gray. Gratitude turns it into gold. Your soul is not closing, it is opening wider with thanks. Now, take one last slow breath with me, and let us gather all 7 lessons into a final reflection. And so, dear friend, we return to where we began, that quiet question in the night. Am I fading? Am I being left behind? But now you know the truth. You are not fading. You are ripening. Each lesson we have shared, letting go, silence, compassion, slowness, presence, ripening spirit, and gratitude, has shown us that old age is not a shadow, but a lantern. Remember, Your worth is not measured in speed, memory, or strength, but in the wisdom and love that flow through you. The body may grow frail, but the spirit blossoms brighter with every passing season. Take a deep breath with me. Feel your heart open. And remember, wisdom is not leaving you. It is blossoming within you. If this spoke to your soul, leave a comment and write number 1. Subscribe for more healing truths and positive energy. Because aging should be a beautiful thing. Never silence, never shame, never surrender. Share this with someone you know who needs this reminder. Until we meet again, may peace walk beside you, and may your spirit continue to bloom with quiet strength. See you in the next video.